Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Camila aka CamiSimming and welcome to this new speed build. Today, for a change, we are building in the world of Glimmerbrook, which is the world that came with the Sims 4 Realm of Magic game pack. So yeah, we're building something magical today. And in particular, we are building a cafe because originally here it's like there's a bar when you like in a regular save file, but since I'm working on my own save file, this one I want it to be like a cozy cafe magical place where the spellcasters of Glimmerbrook and all of the Sims worlds could gather here and sip some coffee and I don't know, hang out, I guess. And so it's a 30 by 20, so it's not a whole lot of space. Like it's a decent sized lot for a cafe. And on top of the cafe, I made space for an apartment, like very tiny studio apartment for the owner of the cafe, because I don't know, maybe you wanna play with this cafe, like not only go here, maybe some of you want to actually play, like since you can own places in the Sims 4, maybe it's a good thing to have the apartment here. So I made some space for it upstairs, and I think it's really cute. Like I've never done it myself, but I love when the gameplay focuses on living on your on the lot where you work, where your retail store or where your restaurant is or whatever. So yeah, I decided to include a small, very cozy apartment upstairs, which I think has everything you may need. Of course, you would have probably to block the door for everyone but the household members, because otherwise people will come into your house. Yeah, like that, and at every time, every hour of the day, or whatever how you say it. So yeah, but I think it's a very realistic thing to live on top of the place you work at, like the place you own. Also, like in real life, a Tudor house like this would probably have even more space upstairs. I just wanted to include a very cozy, because downstairs we have mainly like some tables and chairs. Just we have a sunroom at the back with a couch and some chairs, and also like in front of the bar area I end up placing a little couch there. But upstairs I wanted just like a conversational area, maybe for people to study there without the chaos and the confusion of downstairs. And so I placed some couches, and I think it's super cozy. So I wanted a more private, more like a cozier place, as I'm telling you now. So yeah, upstairs it won't be like just the apartment, but there's gonna be also some kind of hangout space for the guests, like the clients, I don't know, the people who come here and order a coffee, I don't know. Yeah, and you saw that in the kitchen, like in the bar space and in the bathroom, I used that super weird wall, floor tile, like from Get Together, I think, which is not something I would personally like choose and use on a regular basis, but since this is a kind of a magical build, I thought that I could branch out a bit and use something that I wouldn't use normally. Like for a normal cafe, I wouldn't necessarily choose that tile there, because yeah, it's a bit weird. Like it's cute maybe for a pool. If you have a pool, maybe you could use that. I think I used it like once or twice before this build, so it was nice to like change and to kind of force myself to use this, because as I told you, probably I would have chosen something else. But with the excuse of this being a magical place, a magical hangout space for magical people, I thought that it would make sense to have a weird floor tile, I don't know. And also the decorations on the walls are pretty random, like that there in the bathroom of the cafe I placed down I hang on the wall that kind of puppy thing from Snowy Escape that looks kind of like a ghost or some kind of a spiritual thing, and I thought it was very cute. And of course I used a bit some items from the new pack, paranormal stuff, because I thought the vibe was perfect. The couches and the chairs are all from that pack, except for the couch in the actual apartment. But yeah, I thought that it looked kind of nice in here. The vibe was very fitting for this kind of furniture. I used also the painting there, that collection of paintings. That's just one item, but it's actually many paintings, I don't know. And also I used the hanging plant for the first time because I've never used it. So far I haven't used it, or I had not used it because now I have, I don't know. Whatever. Why am I overcomplicating my life and my voiceovers? As always, actually, but that's something that happens very, very often. And yeah, so I was looking for the perfect occasion to use that hanging plant because it's just too beautiful. I had to find the perfect spot for it to use it for the first time, and I finally found it here, in the sunroom that's downstairs here. I thought it was so fitting, and I also placed down, as you can see, many plants, and I tried to place some exotic kind of plants, not just regular indoors plants that you would find in a normal suburban home, like that palm tree, and also some plants from Jungle Adventure that were perfect for this place because maybe they are magical plants. And I also figured that the owner of this place, I kind of imagined a sort of middle-aged man, like a 60-year-old man. He's very into plants because if you look closely at this place, and even not too closely actually, you can see that there's a bunch of plants everywhere, not only in the sunroom but basically everywhere. And also in his apartment I will put down a lot of plants, and I thought it was a very kind of cozy detail. I think the plants make the place look more homey kind of, and I think that was a nice detail. I don't know. And also on the outside, as you probably know by now, I like to make my community lots multifunctional. So I placed down, it's not like this one is mainly a cafe, like this time it's not so multifunctional, but there's a kind of a small play area at the back of the build, because I imagine that maybe if kids came here, they would like to do something else than sipping a coffee, because kids don't drink coffee. But if you want, you can bring your Sims here with all their kids and toddlers, because there's a slide for the toddlers and a swing set for the kids. And yeah, I was talking about the back because other than these playground items for the kids, I placed down some planters because, as I told you, I imagine the owner of the place to be a man that's very into plants and gardening, so I placed some planters at the back. Also for the guests, I don't know how to say it, the people who come here and enjoy their coffee here. I don't know, I know the word, but it doesn't, I cannot think about it, I cannot find it inside my brain. So yeah, you have it. The guests of this place can also practice some gardening while they're here. And I of course placed down some bookcases because I wanted, especially the second floor, to be very as I told you, cozy and more private, and also kind of a study place. And basically I placed down a bookcase because I was thinking about making it a very warm place. And a bookcase and plants and bookcases are my favorite things to make a place more cozier, and so I placed one there, which is also very useful because if you have to develop some skills or to read something, or simply your sim is bored, you can just go grab a book and sit in front of the fireplace and do your things. I don't know. But yeah, tell me what you think about this build. I think it's kind of cute. So far it's not very special on the outside because I've just placed down the very like basic stuff, but then I will just begin decorating as I always do towards the end of my builds, like adding details, adding stuff, adding lights, ivy. I love ivy. I think it gives so much character to a place like this that's probably been here for a while. And also the landscaping here is not very tamed. It's very kind of lush and green. There are some flowers, but not so many. Like, and the flowers that we have here are mainly white or yellowy and very tiny, because I imagine that this is very close to the woods, so probably the landscaping would be kind of similar. Of course, probably the owner, since he likes gardening, took care of it like in our imagination, because it's not something that you can actually do in The Sims. But yeah, I think that's a very fitting landscaping for this place. Very green, not very tamed, and very kind of chaotic. It's just like 3 or 4 kinds of plants, so it's not so crazy, but I think it fits the vibes of the place very nicely. I don't know, you will be the judge of that, and you will let me know in the comments if you want. And also tell me please the name of the people who come to a place like this, because I don't think they are guests, and I don't think they are clients. They are I don't know. I'm just gonna stop pretending that I know the word, because probably I don't know it, and I'm gonna stop thinking about it, because otherwise I would just stay here and think about it while the footage goes on, and yeah, because that happens too many times. I'm gonna tell you that now. It happens very often, like me pausing the recording just to stay here and wonder about words. Yeah, that's something real that happens, so I'm sorry. But I think we're just adding the last few details to the exterior and also to the interior, because I forgot to actually decorate the upstairs a bit more on the walls, and I put down like a shelving unit that I didn't decorate. So, but yeah, I think that I'm gonna leave you to the rest of the build. I also like the design of the cafe, which I think it's a very cute touch and very realistic one, because you can see it from the road. But yeah, anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this speed build, and if you did, please make sure to leave like a comment and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in my next video, and have a great day. Bye everybody.